I've had a super quiet start to the morning. You've probably seen that I've been up since about 5:40-ish. I've done my skincare, made my bed, I've done my Bible study, and I thought this would be the perfect time to have a little bit of a chat because I've never made content like this before. I'm normally sat firmly over the bookish side of TikTok, but I thought that since I am officially about to start my masters, it would be a great time to start coming over here to YouTube and making some slightly longer form content to show you guys what it's like to study a master's degree in the UK. So I'm set to collect my student ID from King's in London at about 10:30-ish. So we need to leave here for about maybe 8:30. So I've got a little bit more time to just chill and have a bit of a read at home, get my makeup done because even though the skincare's done, the makeup's not there. And then I'm gonna take my first trip to go and actually see the campus at King's. So just before we start getting ready for the train, I am gonna try and finish my current Kindle read. I've been making my way through Slapshot by Chelsea Curto. I'm so nearly done with it. I'm about 80% in and I think I can probably finish it today and give a proper review, and then at some point I'll be summarising the series because this is genuinely, I absolutely adore it. It is now 8 o'clock. We are about to head for the train station and my outfit is all ready. I didn't quite manage to finish Slapshot, but I'm hoping to get it done on the train. Let's go. So we got back about half an hour ago and I successfully collected my ID. It's on this super cool like pulley lanyard, which is different than the one that I had at Cardiff because we didn't have to tap in and out of buildings during my undergraduate degree as much as I will, I think, in London. But we basically just spent some time chilling around the Strand campus area. My mum and I went to visit the Courtauld Art Gallery, which is at Somerset House nearby where I'm going to be studying, and it was just really lovely to get an idea of the area that I'm going to be in for the next year, although it is daunting. I felt a little bit overwhelmed and I'm a little bit anxious about having to do the commute, I think, because even though it's not a long journey, it feels like a lot right now, but I'm hoping that when I get into the routine it's not going to feel quite as scary. I'm gonna go shower and decompress and just get the feeling of being in London off of me. I did manage to finish my book on the way there. I've moved on from Slapshot in the DC Star series to Hat Trick, and Hat Trick is actually the book that I started reading DC Stars to read. Like, I saw Hat Trick first and I was like, I want to read that, realised it was part of a series and started from the beginning. So I'm so excited to be able to start reading about Riley and Lexi and see where their love story goes. So I am probably going to go read, get in some cozy pyjamas, and I might film a little bit more tonight, but more than likely I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is about 7 o'clock on Tuesday. I've been up for maybe half an hour just doing a little bit of doom scrolling on TikTok, catching up with some of my notifications from overnight. I don't have to go into London today. I've got a Teams meeting at 12 o'clock, which is an introduction to the AKC, and from what I can gather, the AKC is a course that you can study alongside any of the courses that you do at King's that focuses on like philosophy and theology and ethics and like contemporary discussions. And as a humanities girly, I'm curious about anything that keeps access to the humanities thriving at UK universities, so I'm going to go along and see whether that's something I'd be interested in doing. But until then, I've got some reading to do. I'm gonna pick back up with Hat Trick by Chelsea Curto and see how far I get. I got about 30 to 40% into it yesterday. I've been just loving it so far, so I may finish it today, I may not, and just do a little bit of editing and maybe film some chatty TikToks, I'm not sure. So I will go and get ready and see you in a little bit. Okay, so it's about 15 minutes before the AKC intro meeting starts. I have the Teams set up, all ready to go, even though my desk has been a bit messy. I did get a little bit of reading done. I'm no more than halfway through Hat Trick because I took a lot of floor time. I'm finding this a lot more stressful than I anticipated finding it. Had a bit of a headache, had a bit of anxiety. I think it's really setting in this week that I am starting a master's. The sort of expectation is going to be a lot higher than it was during my undergrad. It's a very different university and a very different setup, and it already feels very intimidated. So I'm just trying to slow down the pace a little bit today. I'm going to get this meeting done, and then if I'm honest, I'm probably going to go take a fat nap and see if I can read a little bit more of my silly hockey romance and try and not think too hard about academic pressure. Okay, so I did the video call about the AKC and took a nap, did a little bit more doom scrolling. The video call information wasn't anything that I hadn't already managed to gather from like my internet research when I figured out that the AKC was an option, but I have to wait until the 26th to enroll, so I'm back to reading my silly little romance books and just waiting patiently on things like my timetable or just my modules to open. I still don't know what modules I'm doing, so I'm sort of in this in-between bit right now where it's still technically like enrollment, and this is still technically like my first week as a student, like a master's student, but it's not feeling like it yet, if that makes sense. I am pretty much done for today. I've got some more reading to do. I am seriously hoping to finish Hat Trick, but I'm not sure it's gonna happen. So I'll keep you updated, and if I don't see you again today, I love you. See you tomorrow. Okay, so it is the course induction day tomorrow, and I have to be in bright and early for 9 AM, which is slightly horrifying because that's probably going to mean I'm going to have to get about a 7 o'clock train because I know where I'm going, in theory, but I am going to give myself a little bit of a window to go and get lost. So I'm just getting my bag ready, double checking that I have everything I need. I've done a breakdown of what's in my uni bag on Benable, and you can go and have a look at everything that sort of formed my survival kit for my undergrad. But right now I'm just making sure that I've got everything ready to go so I don't have to think about it at all tomorrow morning, because quite frankly I am so anxious right now. I've been pretty anxious all week about like the journey, how early I have to get up, going back on my ADHD medication. So I'm just trying to take some deep breaths, get some focusing in, and sort of sorting out everything to go in here, ready for tomorrow morning so that I can roll out of bed and, barely thinking and uncaffeinated, feel somewhat ready to go. Good morning. It is like 5:45 and I've been up since past. Skincare is done. I'm still in my pajamas, but I've got a coffee and I am gonna start getting ready. We've got about an hour and 15 minutes before I need to be on the train, so I think we're maybe looking at leaving at around 6:40, which kind of sucks because I was hoping to be able to walk Bow this morning, but Mark's working from home today, so he's going to be able to cover that. Just overall right now I'm starting to feel quite excited rather than overwhelmingly nervous, which is definitely a positive. we are now officially heading to the train station. This is the fit and I can't wait. I made it home. I actually had to unbutton these jeans in the car on the way back because they were getting a little tight by the end of the day. So I think I made the right choice. I am no longer feeling too panicky about this Panic Masters that I have chosen. So pajamas, food, then we'll debrief. Okay. So cozy clothes have been acquired, dinner has been had, which was very appreciated because today was not as food heavy as I thought it was going to be. We did a lot of walking and a lot of chatting, but I think I definitely was starting to get absolutely ravenous by the end of the day. I managed to get in all fine for the generic 9 o'clock, all of the postgraduate taught inductions, which was pretty basic. It was just sort of like, this is the university and these are the student services and these are the programs and these are all of the things that you can do, which it was amazing to see like the variety of people and like how many people are pursuing these degrees and sort of getting an idea of like where we sit in the school. But the really interesting bit was when we actually got to go and peel off and be in our specific MA groups and go and meet everyone else on our course. The two course conveners are really, really lovely. We got to meet the lady who is running the British Library side of things, and that was incredibly interesting. Just sort of an idea of what a job in a place like the British Library could hold, and getting an idea of the stuff that she does alongside coming and teaching us was really, really interesting. And then the main course convener I kind of knew because he's the one that interviewed me for the degree, but sort of getting an idea of how everything's going to look, the way the timetable is and what the classes are going to be like was interesting. We also got to do some walking around the campus and the areas near where we're going to be studying, which was super interesting and made me feel a lot less nervous about the decision to go and study in London, because where the campus is such a lovely area. If I'm being really honest, I was feeling a little bit panicky. I was feeling a little bit flighty. I was thinking, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I've made the wrong choice and I should go and do something else. I should go and be employed. But the sort of more time I spent there today, I started to get really excited, like genuinely excited, and not just sort of nervous energy that I'm telling myself is excited. That is me beginning this master's journey, which seems absolutely crazy to say. We're in for a year, you guys. It's gonna be a great year. I am gonna go get ready for bed now because I am absolutely exhausted and definitely need the early night. And I hope you had a good time watching this vlog. I'm aware that it's a little bit chaotic because all of the induction stuff was pretty spread out, but if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I have never done content like this before, as I said at the beginning of the video, and I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I'm super excited to bring you guys along with me and show you what this student journey life is going to be like. So I hope you stick around, and if you do, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.